it was depressing because I watched did Game Day Uncensored yesterday. I watched the first half in the conference room on the big TV, then headed down to the arena, and the Dolphins game. We were watching the Dolphins game, a lot of it in the parking garage at the Heat's arena, and as soon as the safety happened with Tua, I'm like, all right, I'm not worried, but that can't be great. And of course it was going to end in disaster because that's what this season has been. It's just always ending in disaster, just always ending in disaster. And, what are you going to do? I don't even know at this point. Like the Dolphins
just keep chopping wood.
That's what Tua said. And here's
the reason why. Here's the reason why I say that is because you still got 10 games left. There's a lot of football to be played. If you, after not even halfway through the season, deemed it a failure and a loss, and you start playing that way,
yep.
Now the team's going to have to make decisions on other things that they wouldn't normally have to. And so I would say it's not unreasonable to say they still have a shot. It won't be a good one, but if you get hot at the right time, unlike a lot of other sports, this is the one sport if you get in, you got a chance if you're playing well at the end of the year. So it's not a time to lose faith, but I will say you can't keep doing this.
Well, that's right? The thing is, like, I just don't see in them any, like, when you are making your own bad luck every single week, what makes us think that they could rattle off 6 wins in a row, 7 wins in a row? Like,
because here's why. Because sometimes, especially in sports, things turn around at weird moments. And if you're not even trying, then you don't have that opportunity. It happens where you can turn it around. A lot of, like, going into this week, there was a lot of positivity around the building. Now it ended in like disastrous, but that's okay. And you just keep going. Now, eventually we're going to all have to come to the, conclusion that this ain't it. This year ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
But not yet.
Probably when they get waxed by 3 touchdowns this weekend.
Really?
Sir, what? That is not the confidence you need to be.
Can I give you a counterpoint?
Okay.
Cleveland beat Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. With Jameis, but they had a much better upgraded quarterback. Made sense.
I mean, still.
They went from having the worst quarterback in the league to pretty decent. It's the same thing that's happened with Cleveland the last 2 years. They've been handcuffed.
Except you notice each year it keeps happening earlier and earlier.
I know, but like
eventually that guy's going to be the starter.
What keeps happening with Cleveland, guys? Oh, I don't know. They have a complete albatross bum playing quarterback, and then when he's gone, what do you know? Turnaround. Right. Same thing. The Dolphins, like, here's the thing that's disappointing is, like, you get Tua back. The offense looks decent. You get the offense going. You get points. But there's still a disaster play that just makes it all unravel. And this is 2 weeks in a row where it's been, it's not some schlub rookie. It wasn't really Julian Hill. It wasn't some young kid. It's like you lost with Raheem Mostert, your leading running back, botching it. Your fullback extraordinaire, Mr. Intangibles, Tua and Aaron Brewer. Tua's like, I got to catch that. Aaron Brewer's like, how fast can I snap it? And, I don't know, man. And then you look back at other weeks. It's like, here's Tyreek Hill lollygagging after a football. Like they just don't seem, these players. I don't know what's going on with them, man. Like these are good players. Why are they short circuiting like this?
I can't. That's the one thing that I can't explain. I've had moments in games where I could feel it. Like I am playing horribly. And I don't want to play bad. and you're trying to find that thing to turn it around, and the coaching staff is trying to help you. Like they've come to me and say, "What do you like? What do you want to, what play do you want to run to try to get it going?" Right? And so, but it's a weird thing when you're expected to be 100%, and some days you're not. And right now this team is in a position that you don't want to be in.
What? Can I just ask something?
Every once a game you have a critical mistake.
Because like Tua took the blame for the snap thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
as he should, by the way, but we know the truth.
I understand. I understand that, but he's had now 3 different centers, okay, over the last 2 years. Maybe even going back, like you probably mixed in some of the year before that. I gotta remember kind of when for the whole season. Eichenberg was there for a minute. But when the backup quarterbacks are in, this doesn't seem to be an issue. Like, why is it that he always seems to have an issue with the snaps?
Maybe it's the play calls, maybe because he's shorter. I don't know.
Is it because I know they always say Tua does a lot with his eyes? Like, is he always just shifting off like a tick second? Like
that ball had nothing to do where his eyes were.
I'm trying to figure this out.
To do where his eyes were.
But it went right through his hands.
Dude, stop. No, it did not go right through his hands.
Oh, what?
He the one-hander. Dude, stop.
I did the Baldy breakdown.
It is what it is. Like, we know what that was. That was a rocket launcher, and he needed soft toss.
A rocket launcher.
He threw the heater. It's like when the catcher gets crossed up behind the plate.
That thing hit him right in the paws and went uppy-doo.
In the paws?
Right in the paws. Like it was
off to the right.
Right in the paws, dude. Right in the paws. Yes, it was fast. It was like a damn jugs machine.
I can't.
Like, Marcos, what'd you think?
Can I just say this? If I throw you a ball 30 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, and then throw 180.
All right.
I'm just telling you, like, it doesn't matter. It happened for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, that ball was twice the speed as every other ball he had snapped the whole damn game.
As an aside, Aaron Brewer could be a long snapper. This goes back to my dual roster spot.
Oh, God.
Dude, stop it. We ain't even.
It's got some heat on it.
Same spot.
Stunt Steve went through the hands, dude. Tua had 3 fumbles yesterday. Dude, that first fumble, he was going for the home. I've never seen Tua get so low. He was ready to throw that thing to the moon before it got stripped out of his hand.
Yeah.
Man, look, Tua may have fumbled, and that definitely...
He fumbled. Dude, he fumbles a lot. He's fumbled a lot his entire career. He fumbles a lot. And I don't think he has small hands. I know that's like been a thing. I don't think like measurable why. He doesn't have baby hands like Kenny Pickett. But he fumbles a lot.
That was a fast snap, though. But if
all right,
Waddle for dropping these damn balls.
But let's wait. Jalen Waddle got a little Junior Hill in him.
Well.
I'm gonna just
say this.
It looked like practice because there was nobody in the area.
Very interesting.
And he kicked that ball's ass.
Really? Did he? So let me get this straight.
Huh?
So what you're saying is maybe I was onto something?
No.
What?
I'm not agreeing with you.
He's lucky. He's lucky to have had that scramble.
Hey, woo. Are we up to the point now where every time a ball's thrown to Jalen Waddle, we like, catch it?
Yeah.
I never. Why should I feel that way?
I don't know. I feel that way with everything right now. I'm just right now. I watch the Dolphins like I watched the Canes last year. Like, how are they going to blow this? How are they going to blow this? This is, and I shouldn't feel that way. But after that safety, I really am like, How are they going to like? Here's what's going to happen, dude. This is what's going to happen next week. You know what? They're not going to get blown out. I bet you Dolphins get a 2-score lead next week, and Von Miller, something's going to happen. Bat the ball out of Tua's hand, or Jalen Waddle's going to yak on it, and it's going to lead to a Josh Allen touchdown run, last second field goal, losing Buffalo. Because that's how this entire season has gone. Watch, they get an early lead next week, and they'll find another way to yak it up. That's how this season has been going. Or they get demolished. Either way, I'm not confident. I'm sorry. I can't lie to people.
I don't think I feel better, but I'm still not. Oh yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not. Dude, it just seems like they're too good.
Al Mago says Calais Campbell's the only constant. If they lose next week, they should trade him. They should say, what contender do you want to go to, Calais?
No.
Why not?
He got a chip.
Does he have a chip? I don't think he has a chip.
Well, Baltimore.
Nope. He's gotten close. He got close with Jacksonville in 2017. He got close with I think he's lost once in the Super Bowl, and I think he's lost twice in the conference championship.
Okay.
Yep. Once in the Super Bowl with the Cardinals, lost to the Steelers.
Oh, that was a great Super Bowl.
Wow, I forgot. That's a long ass time ago.
Sure was.
I'm like, damn.
2016 with the Cardinals again against the Panthers, they lost, and 2018 AFC Championship lost to New England as a member of the Jaguars.
Oof.
When he batted the ball out of Kyler Murray's hands,
that game. That was talking about Jags era.
How did he pick that? See, that whole drive right there was the opposite of what's been happening to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He batted the ball out of his hands. Kyler Murray scooped it up and threw it out of bounds. Then we put pressure on him, and he threw a lollipop to the sideline that, I mean, Marvin Harrison made a great catch on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just.
They had that one play, too, like the first touchdown that he threw, where Jalen Ramsey, I'm like, oh, you had him! But he's so tiny.
Ole! That was crazy.
Shifts those little hips.
I'm going to tell you, with those plays, the rusher has an aim point that is supposed to force him a certain way. And sometimes they get excited and go for the sack, and they lose contain. All of those rushes, when any quarterback, any rush or blitz or whatever you have to force the quarterback inside. Anytime you let him outside, that's when all hell breaks out for anybody.
Almago says still not as bad as that Ravens safety dropping the game into a pick. Yeah, the Jameis giveth and the Jameis taketh away. Thankfully, though, he did. I got
one worse, but I'm saving it.
Guy says Josh Hart, old Del Beckham, just a more famous Will Fuller. Hard to argue. I don't even notice him on the Dolphins.
Woo! I forgot that guy played for the Dolphins.
Didn't you want him? Wasn't that your idea? Wasn't that Froggy's idea? I think I was on vacation that week.
Yeah. It's still gonna work out, dude. Totally gonna work out.
How many snaps? I genuinely don't see him on the field. How many snaps?
The reason why I see him is because he got the orange undershirt on, and so I know it's him.
Can we get some targets, please? Jeez, Tua, open up your eyes, dude.
Tua's fine, except for that. I'm telling you what. If he could have thrown that deep ball 5 yards longer to Tyreek, because Tyreek stopped and those guys went by.
Yeah.
Tyreek still would have caught it.
Yeah.
Hey,
no, I thought other than the fumbles, other than the really critical fumble, I thought that he had a good game. I thought, especially first game back.
Here's what it was. It was day and night from the offense without Tua to the offense with Tua.
The problem, though, is the defense, right? Because, like, the defense got to take on a lot of bums. You know, like, their metrics were really high. I think they were the number one pass defense. They had gone 3 straight games. But if you look at the quarterbacks that they had faced, woof. And, you know, then you add on top of it, no sealer. Holland hurt his knee on top of playing with the Billy Club. You know, you have no pass rush, what to speak of. Everybody's hurt.
Eichenberg is just jumping on piles.
He's not on defense, but yeah, that's crazy.
What's
his deal? By the way, I just want to tell you, Eichenberg, all right, if you're listening, I know it was you who poked him in the eye. I know it was you. You want to know why? Because nobody else denied it in the media, okay? And you know the old saying, whoever denied it supplied it. I'm telling you right now, dude, Eichenberg is a practice eye poker, and he hurt Zach Sealer.
I thought it was he who first dealt it.
That too.
Yeah, in this case, though, whoever felt it dealt it. Because it was just a little...
Vlad says, Jalen Wobble again, Tobes. Now everybody's all of a sudden. Let me tell you something. You want to know something? I don't even want to rip Jalen Waddle because I love Jalen Waddle. All I suggested last week was has a little trouble with tough catches.
And can I say this? I was fine with the offensive football, but I am gonna blow a gasket the next time they throw a fade to Tyreek Hill.
Oh, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing?
You know who that should go to? Jonnu Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know why? Because fades go to tall guys.
Fades are for the tall. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
We're the only one that throw it to Munchkins. I thought, here's the other thing. To be fair, Tyreek should have gave the impression he was going inside. You can't just run a fade. You got to create space. So you got to give him a little something inside and then explode and create space. That way you have some room. If you just run a fade and the guy's on you, you have no way of catching that ball unless it's a fade stop. Just because he's taller than you. That's just basic football, dude. So I don't know why every moment Tyreek is on the field, he has the ability to use his explosiveness, his quick speed, his quick acceleration, his start and stop, except on a fade. So you got to give him something inside so he turns his feet or moves inside or something like that. You have to.
Oh, man. So many good things happened this weekend. Why are we talking about these bums?
Because for 50 minutes of the game, it was fun. and so like that's why, like, had it been a blowout, we wouldn't be talking about it as much, but because it's close, it hurts more.
Because it's inconceivable how they just find new ways to lose.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on them going on a run. I'm not. It's on. There's 10 games left. It's a lot of football left.
Feel like we're due for something.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. The real problem is you're going to start playing the higher end teams. So in order to do that, you're going to have to get past two things that you haven't been able to do. One, win a string of games, and two, beat quality opponents.
It's Buffalo's good, and then it's kind of stinky. Like they got, but it's like if you don't beat Buffalo, you might as well pack it up because you're 2-6. Like, come on, dude, and they're gonna be 7-2. Like, you're not coming back from that. Be real.
All right.
Be real.
I still got hope. Put it this way: I have more hope in the Dolphins than I do in the Browns. Just because of the division they play in. I mean, the Browns have to play Cincinnati.
What's the Browns' record? 3-4?
3 did they already have their bye week? So it'd be 3-5.
Are they 3-5 or 3-4? I don't know.
3-5, I think.
2-6.
2-6.
Woof.
Bottom of their division.
That's tough.
Right. So that, and keep in mind, in order to move up in your division, you got to play Pittsburgh, you got to play Baltimore. Again, you got to play Cincinnati.
Dolphins have the same amount of wins as the Patriots, dude.
By the way, told y'all about that Cincinnati team. Yeah, you can't just say, "Oh, we got Joe Burrow back, we're Super Bowl contenders."
Their defense sucks, though.
Again, all the other stuff on that team is why they suck, not because of Joe Burrow. And when you bring Joe Burrow back, he ain't gonna be able to play defense.